Welcome, my friends, to Moorasic Park. Hello, my beautiful people out there smashed into a mushroom in Minecraft land. How are you today? I am fantastic. I'm being smashed around by a bunch of mushrooms. I'm fantastic. Thanks for asking. Wow. So, you've probably noticed something that I've done between episodes. Yeah, I thought, you know what? I've seen an awful lot of mushrooms on this island, and actually, there's even more up there. Those mushrooms actually have spawned on this island between last night and tonight when I was actually doing a little bit of work here. Yeah, I moved every single mushroom off my base and into this fenced-in area. And I even created this convenient way to help me do that with these conveyor belts. So all I really had to do is grab a little bit of wheat. So let me show you exactly what I've done here. So what I've managed to do is grab a little bit of wheat and then made my way all the way over to this conveyor belt system, and shoop, all of my mushrooms go straight into the bin. Also, you might have noticed that there's something missing from up here, because another thing that I did between episodes was I moved all of my furnaces. Well, I didn't actually move them. I just got rid of them. And I put them all here, and I upgraded this area a little bit too. So remember when I had my ultimate furnace from last episode, and it smelts at 9,001%. So basically, one furnace works at 90% faster than a regular standard furnace, versus my 64 furnaces up there, which smelt at 64 times the speed of a regular furnace. So this does the work of all of those furnaces plus some, and then I multiplied that over 4 times. So I have lots and lots of furnaces to work with. I also put this chest up here, and I made it a crystal chest so that when items flow in, I can actually see it. I don't know why, that's just kind of a thing. And then I put a bunch of not conduit facades. I was going to call them conduit facades, but they're actually these refined storage cable covers. I think that's what they're called. The reason I said conduit facades is because that's what I need to cover these guys right here. And that is one of the things I'm going to be working on today. So if I take a look at conduit facade, nope, that's not how you spell it. This is how you spell it. This is the item that I want to use right here. And it's pretty simple recipe. You just take this conduit binder, and yeah, you just craft these things like this. I'm not going to craft too many of them, so only a stack. That should be plenty. And what you do with these guys is you just kind of place them like this. Well, actually, can you do it? I don't know how to do it. Like this. Maybe I can't place them yet because they're not, what am I trying to say? They're not painted. That's what I was trying to say. Because that's one of the things you need to do with these guys is paint them to make them look like the block that you are trying to replace. And to do that, you require something called a painting machine, and that's this guy right here. So, why is it that whenever I start a new episode, I can't talk? This is pretty simple to do, and there's no upgrading required or anything like that, so this should be a pretty straightforward thing here. I just need an industrial machine chassis, which I think I have a recipe for industrial machine chassis, or I could just use an industrial machine chassis. That's great. What else do I need? Painting machine. I need infinity bimetal gears, which I can make. These I know I have a recipe for, but I think I could just make, well, I can make one. Great. Because I need these iron nuggets, so let's just make some iron nuggets. Let's go back and make another one of those. There we go. And now I should have electrical steel quartz. I should have everything I need. Yeah, there it is, to make the painting machine. I'm going to have to go into my little pouch here and grab out my crystal binder, and I'm going to have to grab one of these guys because I need to make this into a relay or a couple relays. All right, there we go. And we'll pick a place for it. So let's just, actually, I wonder if I could put this somewhere where my other Ender IO machines are. Like, I'd love to put it right here, but I happen to know that this is dangerously close to the edge of my stairs. Yeah, see, there's the edge of my stairs right there. Oh, it looks like I have just enough room here, actually, to put one more machine. So let's get the painting machine in there. Let's get a crystal on the back of it. Let's hold down right click and shift that, or shift, not right. What am I even talking about? Then I will go up and out, and over here I should be able to link that. There we go. And now we have laser power getting fired through into this machine, and if I had a capacitor for it, we'd be all good. Capacitor. So what I need is an octatic capacitor, one of these guys right here. So we'll craft that up. And I know you could just shift right click these guys in here. Or just right click, I guess, not shift right click. Okay, so there we go. Oh, but I forgot to set this to output. There we go, output. And now it's filling. Very nice. So we're ready to actually use our conduit facades. And look at that, I actually have everything in my inventory that I need. So if I take the conduit facades, which go in here, and then this would be one of these chiseled stone bricks, I could put that in there, and wham! Wow, they just go super fast. So basically what I'm doing, in case you hadn't figured it out by now, is I'm taking these conduit facades and I'm painting them to look like chiseled stone, which is great. I don't know how many I need, but 24 should do. So let's start with these 24. And hopefully this works now. If I shift, click, nope. How about just click? Yeah, so you just click on there. All right, boom, 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 and there you go. It actually looks like I've got this stone in place, but I don't. I actually just have these facades. So there you go. And what's neat about these two is if you're holding a wrench, it might have to be the wrench from Ender IO. Do I have one of those? Yes, I do. I've got a Yeta wrench. So let's just hold that wrench. Yeah, there we go. If you put that wrench in your hand, you can actually see the conduit facades as transparent. So you can actually look right through them, and as soon as you move it out of your main hand, they go back to solid color. So that's cool. So the next thing I would like to work on is a brand new food source. Something I've been talking about for a while. At least I've been talking to myself about it. I don't know if I ever mentioned it to you or not. I've been eating a lot of this chicken. Just a lot of chicken. And chicken's good. Chicken's good. One of the things it does is it fills up a lot of your hunger bars. It also fills up a lot of your saturation, and that is great. But I have found a better food source, and that's what I want to talk to you about today. So you see, chicken, if I search for chicken and look at cooked chicken, in the bottom right there, you can see that it does 3 hunger bars, fills 3 hunger haunches, I guess you call them, and also 3.5 saturation bars. That's great, but there are better foods available. Let me show you steak, for instance. If I show you steak, this one does 4 hunger haunches and 6.5 saturation points, which is great. That's super great. So if I were to eat steak, I'd be doing much better. Unfortunately, I don't have any steak. But that's okay, because I live on a mushroom island, and I could murder a bunch of mushroom cows to get steak. But I don't want to do that. In fact, I don't even want to eat steak, because I want to take that steak, and I want to put it between 2 slices of bread, like this, and make myself a steak sandwich, or a beef sandwich. Take a look at this. This one does 5 hunger bars and 9 or 10 saturation? I think that's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 saturation, so full saturation and 5 hunger bars. So what's interesting about this is, let's say I'm out in the world and I'm, vein mining, or in this mod it's called ore excavation, but you get the idea. And that chews through your hunger really fast. If I were to eat cooked chicken, I have to eat about 3 pieces of cooked chicken to bring my hunger back up to full. And I think that only gives me 9 as well, because they're only 3 apiece. So really, I have to eat 4 pieces of chicken in order to bring my hunger back up to full so I can do another vein mine. And that's a lot. Versus those beef sandwiches, because they have 5 hunger bars each, I only have to eat 2 to bring my hunger from 0 all the way to full. And that is significantly better. Plus, because they give you 10 saturation points, my saturation will go through the roof, which means I'll get hungry less often. So that's what I want to do. I want to go the vegetarian option. And in order to do that, I'm going to need some cow essence right here. This stuff, which you get from cow seeds. So what is this stuff useful for? This stuff is useful to make raw beef. It's useful to make leather. It's useful to make milk. And I can even take this raw beef and cook it into steak and then make my beef sandwiches from it. But the important thing is I need this cow essence. And in order to get it, I need cow seeds. And in order to make those, I need cow chunks. And the only way to get a cow chunk, unfortunately, is to murder a cow. It's just something I'm going to have to do. However, I'm only going to have to do it like 4 times. So we'll just pretend like it's not really happening. Also, we're not going to kill any mushroom cows. We're going to actually go hunting to find some cows. But before we do that, we need a special tool in order to help us. The tool we need is something called a Solium Dagger. And it looks like this. This Solium Dagger is the item that you need to use in order to murder your cows, in order to obtain their mob chunks. And you do have a, unfortunately, small chance of getting the mob chunk from a cow, but it's a complicated thing to build anyway. You need these Solium ingots and also a mystical stick. The mystical stick you need to make from a stick and prosperity shards, but the Solium ingots you have to make from smelting this Solium dust. To get the Solium dust, you need to do this in a crafting grid with this soul dust, and in order to get the soul dust, you need to, let's see if I can find the sag mill. Nope. Soul dust. How do you get soul dust? Oh, okay. Soul dust, you cook soul stone. And in order to get soul stone, you have to put this stuff in a crafting recipe, and it's a pretty complex process. Lucky for me, I have condensed all of those recipes and all of that stuff into a single recipe that I can just craft. It's an auto crafting recipe, so I click start, and after several seconds and a whole bunch of time cooking, there we go, I get my soul dagger. All right, here I am over on the mainland island, and I think I found our first contender. Hello, sir. I'm very sorry, but I'm going to murder you now. And in doing so, understand that you are contributing to my life, and not just a short amount of life. I am going to imbue your essence into some seeds, and they're going to sustain me naturally for the foreseeable future. So thank you, sir, for your sacrifice. Guys, it's only a video game. Get over it. Huh! Huh! And I didn't get one. All right, I guess I'm going to have to go find some more cows. Huh! Ha! 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 Get over here. Ha! Ha! Hoo! Ha! 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 Nothing. So it occurred to me that there might be a better way. Book. Creeper heads. Looting 3. Yeah. Solium Dagger. Looting 3 book. Yeah. Looting 3. Ha ha! Yo, get over here! Oh, compressed cow, yes! Gotcha! Gotcha, gotcha! Yeah, whoa, yeah, ha! Yeah, whoa! Got him! 4 cow chunks. Yeah. All right, to make this process easier, I created a recipe for cow seeds. So let me just make one of those, start, and there we go. I now have my cow seeds. Let's go plant them. Let's remember the order of operations. First, we turn off the farming station. Then we unlock and remove the seeds. Then we shift and destroy everything that's there. Then we add our cow seeds. Boom, right there. And then we turn the machine back on again and we allow it to just farm up our cow seeds. And after just a few minutes, we have an entire farmer's field full of cow plants, which is great. And we can turn our farming machine back on and allow it to start harvesting this cow essence stuff, which is great. Let's see how much cow essence we actually have. Cow essence. Looks like we have over 4,000 cow essence already collected. Just in this short amount of time, I was running the Watch of Flowing Time on the Dark Matter pedestal. So you can see that I can get some pretty crazy amounts of resources from this thing. But that's not what I really want. What I really want is a beef sandwich. And I've already gone ahead and created all the recipes for this. So if I just ask for, say, 64 of them, bang, that should be cooking and preparing. And yeah, it's good to have robots making food for you. Now I have my beef sandwiches. Now all I have to do is run around and try to get hungry so I can test out my new beef sandwiches. So I decided to take a trip back to my mining dimension for prosperity shard ore. And I'm going to use my fortune pick and I'm just going to dig away at this wall. And you can see how fast my hunger is actually going. It's going very fast. See if I can actually get a little closer and try again. Nope. There we go. There we go. I've completely used up all of my hunger. And now it's actually hurting me so bad because I'm out of hunger. But if I... 1 and 2. I'm all the way at full and super saturated. This is great. One thing that's really cool is that my armor has the option to auto feed me while I am mining. And so let's try this. If I can get down here and mine and mine and mine, you can see my saturation is going away really fast. My hunger should start building pretty soon. Let's see how we're doing. Okay, so my hunger is getting up there. Oh, and I've just automatically eaten. So I could just keep mining and mining away. The only problem now is how do I collect this massive amount of resources that are being left on the floor behind me? This is actually pretty funny. And that's a whole bunch of mobs down there, so I think maybe I will teleport home and leave the rest of those for another day. Shablammy wham! Now I'm back on my bed, just like I should be. And the last thing that I want to do today before I finalize this episode, look at that, I missed the stairs for the first time. The last thing I want to do is look at this map right here, because I made some major changes, especially to this area right here on my map, and I forgot to update it in the last episode. So I'm thinking maybe I should, let's see, how do you do this, Jim? Right click, shift right click? Nope, not right click. Wait, what have I done? Have I spun my map too many times? There we go. Click and remove it. I probably need this one too. There you go. Got it. I probably... There's a little tiny sliver there, so I'm going to need this one. I'm going to need this one. I might even need this one. And I might even need this one. All right, there. I've got a whole pile of maps in my inventory. Let's fly over here and get these maps organized. There. There. There we go. My map is completely updated. Now you can see the outline for my brand new castle-y, housey thing that I built last episode, and the beautiful yellow floor that's in place as well. So that's pretty cool. And with that, that is going to have to be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you really enjoyed watching this episode, please do me the biggest of favor if you would, and click that like button. You can also click that little bell to get some notifications to let you know every time I upload a brand new video. And if you have not already subscribed to this channel and you think I deserve a subscription, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. That would be awesome for me. Guys, thank you again so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all again in the next episode. Goodbye.